Hi guys. Yeah, I'm just trying to basically do a brief video on my trading strategies and some resources that I use. So right now it's 5:53 in Dubai. You could be trading anywhere in the world, and this is just to show you that you can just trade from any kind of setup that you have, be it a phone, laptop, some kind of a terminal. It doesn't matter as long as your trading strategies are sound and you don't risk money too much of your principal by over leveraging. So pretty much, I would say that I like to trade EurUSD primarily, and some dollar pairs, and I do a few exotics, if you can call it an exotic, like Mexican peso to the US dollar. And the reason I do that is to get a swap, and the movement is quite big on those, especially sometimes during the month, especially when the VIX volatility is high. Anyway, we'll come to that at a later stage. But for now, let's just take a look at the resources that I use. FX Street is quite a good resource to use. It gives good information about different pairs. So, for example, you want to take a look at pound USD, you can take a look at the latest data or news articles that have come through. And yeah, let's take a look at this one. So the pound sterling outperforms US dollar at the start of Fed BOE monetary policy week. Yeah, so there's a lot of information or news that's gonna come out in the next few days, and people are expecting the Fed to either reduce interest rates, or at least Trump is trying to push the Fed to reduce the interest rates, and I personally feel that the Fed is going to reduce interest rates, but I don't think it's going to happen immediately. But the market could be factoring this in, but we don't know yet. If we all knew that, then we'd all be billionaires. But my bias right now is dollar weakness. There could be some potential strength in the near future, but long term, I feel that the dollar is going to be weak in the next few months. But the thing you have to be careful of is, let's say you take a position on euro dollar and you're long euro dollar, hoping that it's going to go up, meaning the euro goes up with respect to the relative to the dollar. But in the weeks to follow, there could be some dollar strength, right? They could be not market sentiment, but you could be, if you look at past movements on the euro dollar during these months, seasonality as we would call it, there could be some amount of dollar strength for the next month. But anyway, I'm short dollar, so let's see if I can take positions on the euro dollar. So let me take a look at what's going on with the euro dollar. This is a very good tool, trading view, so you can add things to your watch list and basically take a look at these pairs. So euro dollar, for example, I'm going to look at the daily chart. I prefer to look at daily charts rather than, I know many of you are day traders, or yeah, more day traders, but I like to take a look at things over a longer term perspective. So let's take a look at a few support and resistance points. So there's been quite a bit of movement, especially when the market expected that the dollar interest rates reduce. It has moved sharply from 1.07 from April, the first week of April, the minute these tariffs were announced. So quite a bit of movement. I hope you guys caught some of that movement. I did. I didn't leverage too much, but I did make some money on this movement. So let's take a look. So it's today at 1.13547, and there is some news that's going to be coming out. ISM, let's take a look at this one. Fed interest rate decision forecast is 4.5, previous was 4.5. I don't think there's any change that's going to happen, but you never know, right? So let's be prepared for it. I would like to be long euro dollar. It's not the best time to enter. I would like to enter during a pullback, but let's see. I don't mind taking a short stab at it, maybe a micro lot, which would be a 0.01 on 100,000 lot. So I've just opened a new account for this YouTube channel, just to show you that I could trade with small amounts of money as well. So I've just topped up $500 to this account, and I've added the symbol EurUSD. It's a micro lot, as you can see the small M at the end of it. Let's take a look at the properties before I make any transactions. So as you can see here, the contract size is 1,000. A typical contract size, a full lot, one lot would have been 100,000. So this one is just 1,000. So in this contract, if I wanted to take a micro lot, I would just do one lot of this. So 1 into 1,000 would be $1,000 worth. So let me just take a stab at this. Let's do one lot. Oops. Okay. So let me just buy one. So I know a lot of people will be taking tight stop losses, but if I'm going to take only one lot of this size, that's actually a micro lot. So so what happens here? This particular account, it's basically there's no overnight fees or swap fees on this one. I've got the special account where it's an ultra low account, so the swaps are zero on this, and the spread's also quite tight. It's fluctuating between 10 and 12 or 14. Oh yeah, it didn't look like the best time to take a position, but anyway, I just want to do this for the sake of this YouTube channel, and long term I'm okay with this price. So what happens is, most traders, what they do is they try and make millions in a month, or even in a week. So then they expose themselves to quite large positions. But here, this is not a full lot. I hope you guys understand. This is a micro lot account, EurUSD M. So it's a micro lot. So this is equivalent to 0.01 of a full lot. So so basically I've taken $1,000 worth of exposure at the moment. Okay, so if I want to take a look at the chart here, let's take a look at this chart. Okay, so it's a decent entry. It's not the best entry ever. It should have been at a pullback, but I'm quite okay with this. So typically you would want to take put a stop loss somewhere, I would say here, just in case it fails, maybe here, but I prefer just to leaving it open. I know many people say that markets manipulated and so on and so forth. Let's keep that discussion for another day. I don't believe in any of that manipulation, unless you have a broker that's trading against you, or you're with a white label broker, or they're booking you. We can keep those discussions for another day, or a question answer video. Anyway, so apart from this, let's take a look at other resources that I can share with you guys. Okay, so one good informational site is FX Street. Let's take a look at what do you want to look at? Menu. They've got rates and charts, economic calendar, education. The calendar should be great. Let's see, economic calendar, what's out there. Yeah, all the latest news that's upcoming, that's happening today, and let's say for the next few days. You can choose your time zone, you can choose the dates that you want to know what's going on. Let's say if you don't want to be let's say going on holiday, and you don't want to be exposed to high risk, then just take a look at what events are going on in the next few days, and then make a decision. Let's take a look at some other resources here. Analysis. It's always good to look at what's going on, and whether your trading strategy is in line with, let's say, the market leaders, I would say. So, oh, this is a premium article, let's forget that. there's enough information. You don't need to basically spend a lot of money on all these things. But yeah, some people like to read every single thing that's out there. But if you got your fundamental bias and then you're looking at technicals, I don't think you need much more information than that. There's something else that I take a look at quite often. That's the market sentiment. That's the retail traders. And as you can see here, for example, EurUSD that I'm long. I'm taking a long position on this. The market seems to be short at the moment. 66% short. A lot of traders in the market, retail traders especially, they look at, they always look at, they feel currencies can be overbought and oversold, which is quite ridiculous. It's a currency, there's no limit on how much is printed or how much can be printed. So I really don't see how people can call it oversold or overbought. Anyway, you guys can do you, but when they see a sudden price movement, they look at sort of trying to take the position or the currency in the other direction. They feel, oh yeah, it's gone up too much, so now it should go down. I don't believe in those things. I think you should always have a bias and then continue trading in that bias during pullbacks, you know. So basically here what people are saying is retailers are long on dollars, so they expect the dollar to strengthen. They could be right in the short term, but I seriously feel that the dollar's gonna weaken in the next month, 2 months, 3 months. Basically, the interest rates are going to go down, or they should go down based on the market situation and market conditions. They're just waiting for the inflation to be curtailed a bit, and I feel that the interest rates should drop, and the minute the dollar's interest rates drop, the dollar should weaken relative to the euro or the pound or any other currency. That's my personal belief, obviously. But again, I'm not going to over leverage and take like crazy positions. And then if the market works against me, I would get stopped out or I would get wiped out. So let's take a look at something else that I would be interested in. Yeah, USD JPY is something that I'm always interested in. What happened here? Okay, something's going on. Let's go back. Yeah, so if you look at USD JPY, okay, people are, oh, it's because of ads. Okay, USD JPY, 52% are long. But you see, if you look at the data from institutional trading, I think 80% or more than 80% are short. So they're basically betting on the JPY getting stronger. So I wouldn't bet against these guys. So I'm short USD JPY. I think it's a good time to get in, but I'm looking for pullbacks. So I don't know, retail traders seem to be long USD JPY, but not by much. Anyway, let's take a look at the charts again. Okay, let's take a look at the commitment of traders. I like to use this website. It's called tradingstir.com. They've been at it for years and years. You can just go to the currencies tab and take a look at euro, for example. Legacy. Non-commercial is the institutional, and here you can see people are quite long euro. Not people, institutional are quite long euro, 196,388, as opposed to short 120,591. And you can see that the last week they have reduced 10,000 contracts, 10,586 contracts. So why would I be against these guys, you know? So that's a good way to look at what's going on. You can also take a look at the dollar index. You can take a look at Mexican peso, Japanese yen. Let's look at Japanese yen for now. Japanese yen. So the institutionals are long 202,797 contracts as opposed to being short 23,585. So it sort of amazes me that retailers are almost even long and short. And I think last week most of them were short JPY. So it's strange. It's really strange. Anyway, I'm long JPY, so I'm betting that the USD JPY will drop. But yeah, I'm waiting for a good entry. I've got a few positions on my main account, but on this YouTube account that I've created, it's a live account, by the way. Let's take a look. I've topped up $500 about an hour back, and I've opened one position, a micro lot on EurUSD, and I'm going to look at taking a short USD JPY. Sorry, but I'll try to possibly get in at maybe 145. Hopefully, I'll get that opportunity. Let's see. We shouldn't chase, we should wait for opportunities. So that's it. I think we've covered quite a bit for today. Let's come back 24 hours from today, hopefully, and I'll show you my position size and what's going on. See you guys.